not done like a Trinity talk in a minute, and today we're gonna throw it back a little bit and do a little Trinity talk. And also, sidebar, I need a tripod. And it's not for this, I promise. It's scholarship videos, because I always have to I have to do it in the most ghetto way possible. It either gets propped up on my computer, which is on my computer stand, it's so ghetto, or I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and I have a pencil thing. Hold on. It's like the whole thing, you know, just. The purpose of this video today is to kind of do like an end of the semester reflection. So as I was prepping to do this, I was kind of going through my classes or whatever, and I realized I enjoyed my classes more than I thought I did. Everything but 2 of them. According to this, I preferred my major courses than my non-major courses. But of course, because why would I prefer the ones that weren't? Anyway, if I were to rate this entire semester, I would definitely give it a 5 out of 10. I think it was a lot less worse than what I thought it would be, you know? I will be going through each one of my courses. I'm gonna try to limit myself to a minute per topic, but y'all know I like to ramble, but I'm trying to do like a quick recap as quickly as possible, mainly because I don't feel like editing. It's 2 minutes of me talking. That's truly a headache. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first one was Chem 280, and that was my organic chemistry class. 9 out of 10. I loved organic chemistry, and I didn't like everything that I was learning in it, but I enjoyed the class. It's with the same people I've been taking the class with the past year and a half. Same classroom, literally. Same classroom, and then the same teacher from last semester who taught Gen Chem 2. He also taught my Orgo 1 class. So I enjoyed the class. My teacher said it's like a language class, and honestly, as a person who loves linguistics, it just clicked. It just clicked. I don't know. It just clicked. So I enjoyed it. By the end of the semester, it was iffy, but for the most part, it wasn't bad. I will say though, for organic chemistry, you do have to study. And I realized when I stopped studying, my grades would drop. So yeah. My grade in the class was a 94. I'm going to give you my grades as well, because you need to know. Mainly because it's suffering. And then some of them I don't know, but anyway. Now, my next class was Chem Lab, and I gave that a 6 out of 10. The grade I got in that class was, I believe, in 83 or 84, but I got a B in the class. My final grade was a B. I could have gotten higher if I applied myself more and actually read. I have a problem with not reading things. I feel like that was the problem here, because as soon as I figured out what was the issue, I was getting A's on all the assignments. So, but I enjoyed the class in terms of the people. Now, the actual experiments themselves, there was one that was fun and we ended up doing it wrong. So yeah. Chem Lab, I don't know. Organic Chemistry Lab, I just wasn't as impressed with that one. I think I expected more. And also, 6 out of 10 because it gets dock points because of my grade in the class, and also because it was an 8 a.m. lab. That sucked. Never again. Never again. Prayerfully, that won't happen. And we would stay there for the whole 3 hours. So imagine from 8 to 11. It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Okay, my next class is my colloquium class. Sophomore colloquium. All the chemistry majors have to take it every year. But it's only for the first semester. It's 1 hour. It was right after our lab. Yeah, so we'd have our 8 a.m. lab from 8 to 10:50, and then at 11 o'clock, turn right back around, literally walk down the hallway, and have colloquium. Now, I rated this class a 5 out of 10, specifically because it comes right after the organic chemistry lab, and then also because I kind of felt like, I'm not saying it's a useless class, but it kind of feels useless. On top of the other classes I'm taking organic chemistry, calculus 2, and physics. This class kind of feels like a throwaway class. I get the point of the class. I feel like if we did work during the class time in terms of what the class was supposed to be about, like if we were to like look for internships during the class time, I think it would feel more productive. And I liked my teacher and everything, but like she would just kind of like just check in, see how we're doing, kind of give us a bit of advice. She had some seniors come and talk to us about what to expect in the coming years for chemistry majors. But it was only like, it's 50 minutes. Sometimes we got released early. I don't know. I got an A in the class, but it's just like, my final major class is agriculture. This was intro to urban and community horticulture, because initially when I started this degree, I was a concentration in sustainable land and food systems, but now I have a concentration in plant science because I feel like that's more accurate, and they give us advisors based off our concentrations. So it's plant science. This class was a 7 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed this class. I enjoyed learning, and you know what I love the most? When we started talking about chemistry, and they were like, oh yeah, these are the chemicals they use for stuff, and I was like, got it. I wish we could have spent more time on the chemistry stuff, but obviously it's not about that. We did a lot of stuff. We covered a lot of different topics in terms of like just a lot of different sciences and disciplines that are needed for agriculture. So chemistry wasn't too much of a focus, but on the other hand, I did do an honors contract for that class, which means I had to do extra work outside of regular class time. And so I got to do a paper on the, like, kind of bridging the gap between chemistry and agriculture and how it relates to sustainability. And that was a really interesting search. I enjoyed writing the paper. I felt like, I was like, this is why I'm doing this, Now onto the non-major courses, aka the sadder section of this whole situation. Okay, so now we have Physics 241. This was my calc-based physics class, but it didn't do too much of the calculus per se. It kind of focused more on concepts, which I feel like was more helpful, to be honest with you. I got the concepts. The concepts made sense, somewhat, I think. However, when I took the test, I somehow misunderstood everything. It was really the math, though, that tripped me up. But I really enjoyed that class because my my teacher, he is one of those people that really enjoys, like, questions. Like, you can tell he really loves physics. Like, and I love that. I love when my teachers love their subjects. So, like, if you really had, like, a genuine question, he's probably gonna be the guy to answer it. Like, if you were really trying to understand physics, he's really your guy. Like, however, if you want to learn physics, like, you're trying to actually, like, learn, you would have to go study on your own, which I did not do and did not realize until the end of the semester. Should have heeded the warnings I read my professor, but I went back and looked last week, and I was like, oh, see, I should have been read that. I should have memorized that when I read it the first time, because I was like, oh, great professor, I'm gonna take his class, but didn't read what the people had said. Anyway, so I should heed the warnings. I did not. However, I did get a B in the class. I have no idea what my numerical value was, but last time I had checked, it was an 85. We took the final. Apparently, he graded my final in front of the whole class. And then he was like, oh, she did good. She did okay. And they were like, oh, yeah, Trinity, you passed. And I was like, that's all I needed. My next class was Physics 251. 251. This one is short because this class, y'all, it was 2 hours once a week. It was my only class on Thursdays. I got 100 in the class just because I did do all this stuff. I participated in the discussions. I did the experiments, but it was very much bare minimum effort. But that's all you had to put in the class. So another waste of time. If it was actually something of substance, maybe I could give it something higher. But I rated this a 4 out of 10 because I felt like it was a waste of time. Now, on to the bane of my existence. Math 132, Calculus 2, 2 out of 10. I think this was really the determining factor for me. And you know why? Because I really wanted to get an A in this class. You know what I got? A C+, and I got a 79. I really was praying my teacher would round it up to a B minus, but she did not. It's okay though. I probably deserved it. I failed all of the tests except the first one. This one hurt. This one hurts. Oh my gosh. This one hurt a lot, y'all. It was a hit to the ego because I was like a C+, not even a B minus, babe. Did y'all know this is my first C ever? And like on a final grade. First C ever. Calculus, it was just rough, y'all. It was rough. And honestly, I think it would have been better if I had just applied myself. And honestly, as I wrap up this video, that is what I should have done this whole semester. I think I, one, got too caught up in too much of what I had going on. I also learned that I am oh my gosh, no longer equipped to do a full day of classes. Next semester, I have 3 classes, and then I'm done for the day, you know? That's perfect. That's honestly what I need. But being in class all day, and then on top of that, having meetings and meetings and meetings, it was just too much. And then on top of that, you're trying to balance a social life as well. Like, you're also trying to, like, do class, study, homework, yada yada, have a social life, also be a part of extracurriculars. It's a lot of stress. It was just a lot of work, y'all. It was. It was a hard semester. I won't even lie to you. But thank you guys for watching. If you watched. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all I have to say.